Today on Strange Places, Max Power and his crew go on a journey in search of a legendary abandoned aircraft and find a decades-old marvel of aeronautical engineering in remarkable condition, with the cabin and cockpit mostly intact. So fasten your seatbelts and climb into the cockpit with Max Power for a look at this amazing neglected machine and discover the secrets that lie within. Hello, welcome to Strange Places, where we go places that most people wouldn't dare to venture.
Wait, you hear that?
Oh, that's definitely cops are coming to shoot you.
That's them. They're gonna try to cut us off. We gotta go.
Yeah, let's get this thing started.
Alright, here we go.
Ready?
This thing has missiles, right?
Obstacle ahead. Obstacle.
Alright, let's get out of here.
BAC 111, you are not cleared for takeoff. Repeat, not cleared. Return or you'll be fired upon.
Not away again, bro. They're going.
Well, hello. Welcome to Strange Places, where we go places that most people wouldn't dare to venture. I'm your host, Max Power. Today on Strange Places, we're going to explore this amazing abandoned jetliner. I'm here with my boy Vaidas. Check out Vaidas Adventures and Vaidas5 on Instagram. Everyone's social media from today is going to be in the description. Now, if you haven't already, please go down there right now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. It really helps me out a lot. And here's the best part. You'll be able to see Strange Places videos the moment they come out. So go down there right now. It'll take you 5 seconds. Now, we take you to the massive, abandoned commercial jet airliner on Strange Places. We are about to check out this commercial airliner that's parked at this abandoned farm. Yeah, we're heading down these back roads. Obsolete Urbex here. Vaidas. Esme quickly accelerated to get out of the sight of the approaching vehicle. We have been searching for this fabled airplane for weeks, and to finally be within 100 yards of it carried a sense of accomplishment and excitement. We finally arrived at the airport, and I have no idea how they got us here. There is an airfield north of here, but it's made out of grass, so I have no idea how they got a full-size commercial airliner into the middle of this field. This aircraft is a BAC 111 airliner, BAC standing for British Aircraft Corporation. This particular airplane was built in 1964 and bought, flown, and then sold by a variety of airlines before making its way onto this farm as a sort of decoration, I presume. It was in remarkably good condition, and from a distance, it actually appeared airworthy. Nice. Fuel control. So this is what controls the fuel. The fuel tanks, the left and the right fuel tank are in the wings. It goes all the way up to 10,000, and they would decide how much fuel the plane needed based on where it was going, and also what the takeoff weight was. Like a part of the cargo hold. Okay, these are all aviation documents. This is right here, Rolls-Royce. From these documents, I can identify the engine. It's a Rolls-Royce turbojet. Actually, I misspoke. The two engines were Rolls-Royce turbofan engines, not turbojets. Then I decided to poke around in the second cargo hold towards the front of the aircraft. Oh, is this a raft? Wait a second.
I'm gonna rack it back.
I'm gonna see what's in here. I think it's a raft and a whole bunch of survival supplies. It's on this in here, and this indicates what the contents of this box are. Flare kit, first aid. I hope the flares are in there. That'd be sick. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't explode because I'm dead.
This is heavy.
Let's see what's left over. I bet the flare gun is inside the container was a smaller bag, which had not been opened since its last safety inspection in the late 1990s. The tank inflates it. Should we inflate it? I believe all the other supplies, like the flare gun, the Bible, everything else, I think was in here. So they took all that stuff. So there's the air tank from the 80s. It's probably gonna explode. I don't think there's any air left in it. I checked the PSI gauge and it looks like there's no more air, but we're gonna see what it does anyway. Okay, on the wing of the aircraft, we have what look to be the flaps. If we go further over there, they're the ailerons. As you can see, this aircraft wing is fairly large. It's about 20 yards. Right here are the ailerons. This is what causes the airplane to roll. The reason these aren't rusty is because this is made of aircraft aluminum, and as you know, aluminum does not rust. So that's why it's in pretty good condition. Yeah, the intake of the first engine here is large enough to fit me. Not comfortably, but it works. So the fan still moves. So obviously this is the intake. You have the air goes in, compresses the air, and then it's injected with fuel, ignited, and all that force blows it out the back. So guys, also, we're gonna check out the interior. If you see me change clothes throughout this episode, it's because we came here like 3 times, so, and I just spliced it all into one episode, so whatever. Guys, I'm here today with Dan Lee. Check out his channel. He's gonna be doing a video on this place.
Yep.
Like and subscribe. Check out his video. Also here with Lord Explorers. You're gonna go want to check out his channel too. It has a lot of dope locations. Like and subscribe. I think this might be a turbine. I don't know. I'll look up in here and see if there's another engine inside. Oh, this would be a good place to hide from the cops, dude. Because I think that there is a mini jet engine in here for emergencies. So now we're looking at the underside of the airplane right now. Some of my friends got caught by the cops here. In the event of a cop sighting, your host Max Power will climb into whatever the f this is. And your host Max Power will seal the door. Completely sealed. No way they're gonna find me. They will not find Max Power. This is, I believe, where another jet engine was. A very small jet engine that's used as an auxiliary engine for power generation.
Like jumping off the plane like that.
Yeah.
And now just straight like commercial.
What up?
He went Hollywood out.
Whoa!
Yo,
Hold on,
did you lose
film
that?
this.
Oh, I lost this last time. Thanks, bro.
Yep.
Now it was time to board the airplane and see what was inside. What up? Oh, this is sick. Ooh. This flight jacket is just slightly too small. It's good enough for the video. The interior was in excellent condition, especially considering that this airplane has been sitting in this field for years. The airplane's corrosion-resistant aluminum skin protects the cabin from the extensive water damage we would find in an abandoned house or building that was abandoned for as long as this airplane. It took us back to a time when air travel was more glamorous and luxurious. The interior of the aircraft, obviously they have much more luxurious travel accommodations. There's an actual couch here. Got a flight log here.
I'm not breathing into this. I don't know what's in there.
Looks like this is the galley. There's a coffee maker. I think food used to be stored here. Also towards the front of the airplane was the tiny aircraft bathroom. And guys, the door is still open up, which is extremely cool. This is like, this is a door in a commercial airliner. It's designed to make sure air doesn't escape the cabin. And it still opens up. Come on, guys. It's time to check out the coolest part of any abandoned aircraft, the cockpit. Of course, you all know the cockpit is where the pilot and co-pilot control the plane from. All the major controls are up here.
Most of these airplanes, they have everything is stripped. Almost all the buttons are gone, all the controls are gone, all the instruments are gone. And in this plane, it looks like all the instruments have been stripped out of it, but there are some cool controls that are still left. I'm looking at it, it looks like the yokes are here, rudder pedals are here, throttles, landing gear, flaps, a whole bunch of cool stuff. There's some cool buttons here too that still haven't been stripped. The panel here, it looks like it has been taken out, but there's a whole bunch of cool stuff still left behind. Okay, this is obviously the yoke. This is what steers the aircraft. This controls the ailerons. The ailerons are responsible for the roll of the aircraft. If you go left, airplane rolls left, and then of course it rolls the other way. Also, the yoke controls the pitch of the aircraft. So for instance, if you want to point the nose down, you push down like this, aircraft goes into a dive. And if you pull back, that points the nose up. Got your rudder pedals here. These are for controlling the rudder. They're on the ground. Depending on which way you turn the rudder pedals, controls what's called the aircraft's yaw. Kind of like a boat. It steers it like this. Right here in the center console, you have the throttles. If you want to give the aircraft more thrust, get it to accelerate, you would push both of these forward. Unfortunately, this one's stuck. This is engine number 2. Engine number 1 is the only one which you can push forward. They operate independently, so you can go full throttle in engine number 1, and you can go no throttle in engine number 2, which you would use in a circumstance where you have lost both the ailerons and the rudder. That's how you would steer the aircraft.
Next to the throttles were these knobs that had something to do with the aircraft's hydraulic system.
So back in the day, this entire instrument panel was decked out with gauges, dials, etc. Right here, I believe, was the artificial horizon, also known as the attitude indicator. It shows you the attitude of the aircraft. So if you're pointed up or down. Also over here, you would have your altitude, airspeed, vertical speed indicator. The vertical speed indicator basically shows you how fast you're gaining or losing altitude. I'm just guessing as to where these would be. I don't know specifically where these gauges were. And there are a few more controls that I'm missing because I'm not a pilot. I just know a lot about airplanes. Right here, you'd have a whole bunch of gauges, hydraulic pressure, oil pressure, landing gear. It doesn't move up or down, but these 3 buttons here, these lights would indicate which gear is up, which gears are down, just to show you when they're fully up or fully down, and in case one of the gears didn't work. Ooh, got the brakes. I think that about does it. Uh-oh, guys, we got a terrorist. Incoming terrorist. Gonna lock up the cockpit. So guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Also, check out everyone's social media. The links to those are going to be in the description. I'm your host, Max Bauer. See you next time on Strange Places.